Hey guys, how are you? Happy Friday. I hope all is going well. Things are going well here and crazy at the same time. So, we are in the middle of a family reunion, and I just popped away to do this live that I told you I would do this week. My family, it's my family reunion. We did my husband's family reunion last weekend. I am the oldest of 8 kids, and then all their spouses and all their kids, and it's been fun and crazy and all those things. But I wanted to talk to you today about setting yourself up for a morning routine. So, we've had some good conversations this week around morning routine and what that looks like, how to do it on vacation, why it matters, how to create your morning routine in a way that's sustainable. And now I want to talk a little more specifically, I guess, about um, really just getting started. Like, what do you need to get started with a morning routine? And first, before we go into what is really going to help you succeed in that, and we're going to talk really about what you do the night before we get into that, I want to share this quote that I think is so great. This is a quote from Jeffrey R. Holland, and he talked to missionaries. Now, this is specific to missionaries, but it applies to all of us. And I want you to listen to this. He says, I frequently say to missionaries in the field, you make or break your mission every morning of your life. You tell me how those morning hours go until you are on the street in your mission, whatever time it is. You tell me how those hours go, and I will tell you how your day will go. I will tell you how your month will go. I will tell you how your year will go and how your mission and your life will go. Now, he's talking to missionaries, but this is just as true for moms. You make or break your life every morning of your life. You make or break your mom life, right? What you do in the morning matters, and you kind of set the tone for your day and for your life in those early morning hours. So today we're going to talk about a simple evening routine, things that you can do in the evening that are going to set you up for a successful morning routine. So the first one is make a decision. What time are you getting up in the morning? Now, some of you might say, like, well, obviously, I know what time my alarm is set for 6. Okay, well, is that really your decision, 6 a.m.? Or do you snooze? Do you hesitate? Do you wait? And that's pretty normal. Like, we live in a culture where we often do press the snooze button. Or another thing that I hear a lot is I wake up when my kids wake me up, and it varies. And I'm not exactly sure when I'm going to get up. Make a decision. So when we don't make decisions, what happens is our brain gets stuck in this, like, will I or won't I? Am I going to have a morning routine tomorrow, or am I not? How's that going to go? And you don't really know. And you find yourself questioning and questioning. And what that does is it kind of exhausts you before you've ever gotten up in the morning. And you feel tired just from thinking about it. And I'm sure you can relate, because a lot of us do this. And then we do feel tired, and we feel like, oh my gosh, that's so tiring to get up in the morning, because even thinking about it is tiring, right? So make your decision and stick to it. And I'm going to tell a bonus tip on this one. After you've decided when you're going to get up, you want to make sure that it's easy to get up. So there are a few ways to do this. One is take your alarm clock and put it somewhere else. Because if you can just reach over while you're half asleep and hit that snooze button, it's too easy. If it's kind of across the room, then go ahead and put it across the room so you have to get up. And once you're already up, you kind of have that momentum to keep going. Another thing with the alarm clock is what I use is a wake up light, and I really like that. I think it depends on you if you prefer waking up to sound or light, but the wake up light kind of gradually grows brighter and brighter, and it wakes you up that way instead of with this loud blaring sound. So I personally like it. It makes it easier for me to get up in the morning. So those are some things that might help after you've made that decision. Like, okay, here's how I'm going to play out that decision and how I'm going to make that decision easy to execute. So number 2, the night before, you should know what you're going to do the next morning. Now, we've talked about creating a morning routine that stays the same day after day. you should know exactly what's going to happen in your morning. What this looks like for me is you want to take all the decisions out of your morning. And so for example, when I'm journaling, I know what I'm going to write. Like if I have something I want to journal on, I will write the questions down. I also have kind of a structure that I have for normally, like if I don't have something special I want to journal on, that I is my go-to, and I just have that ready. I do yoga every morning, and I don't want to be spending a long time like searching searching YouTube to find what video am I going to do today. I have a list, and it's just like go to that list, choose the top video and go through, and then I go through these videos. And that helps me to be just like have it ready to go so I'm not searching. And that's what you want to do. So when you're thinking about the night before, knowing what you're going to do, you're going to take all the decision making out of the next morning. You don't want to be like, should I do this or should I do this? Should I, eat this or should I eat that? What part of the purpose of a morning routine, the fact that we do these things day after day after day, is that it keeps us, we want it to be a habit. And the more you question and the more you dither back and forth of like, am I going to do this or am I not, the less effective it is. And so before you're in the moment of doing your morning routine, the night before, you're going to plan all out whatever needs to be planned. And this goes into step number 3, which is set up everything. So if you're going for a walk in the morning, you already have your shoes out, you already have, your phone or whatever it is you're bringing on your walk ready to go. Your sunscreen, I don't know how intense you get ready for this walk. You have your clothes ready that you're going to wear. If you're journaling, and I've mentioned before, like in the morning for me, I go down to a certain place. The reason I go down to that certain place in the living room, I go down there for one thing because it's really a beautiful room and it's really peaceful to be there. And most of the time, my kids' junk stays out of there. Most of the time, there were some balloons this morning. But in that room, in a little shelf, I have everything that I need to do that portion of my morning routine. I have my journal, I have my pen, I have my Leahona magazine and highlighter, I have my scriptures, and I have my scripture journal. And so that's all right there for me. I'm not like in the morning, oh, where did I put my pen? Where is this? Where's that? Wandering around. It's there, it's ready to go. I sit down, I pull it out, and I'm good to go. And then I come upstairs to where my yoga gear is, and I can get right into part B, which is my yoga portion. So setting up everything the night before is really going to help you because you're not having to wander around. It goes back to what we're talking about with that second step of knowing what you want to do. Go further. Know what you want to do and then prepare for what you want to do. You have everything ready to go. And then if you think about that for a moment, you wake up in the morning, you're ready to go. Like all of your walking gear is out and it's sitting right there. It's just keeping this commitment to yourself. Put on your walking shoes and get out the door. And it makes it so much more doable. And so what I want you to think about is this question. And this comes from, I think, Eben Pagan. And he says, what would make my success inevitable? How can I set this up? How can I set up my morning so that my success is inevitable? How can you make this like it would be hard not to do your morning routine? Isn't that a powerful question? How could you make it so that, everything is so ready to go that you just follow the steps you've laid out the night before? That's what you want to do for yourself. One final bonus tip. This is something I used this morning. Maybe you've read The 5-Second Rule by Mel Robbins or heard of it. If not, here it is. When you are hesitating, and this happened to me this morning, I didn't want to get out of bed. Like I said, we've been having a family reunion, 2 back to back. I'm tired. And I laid in bed for a second and I thought, no, I need to get up and do my morning routine. Like I want to do it, but there's this other part of me that wants to stay in bed, right? So I thought, okay, I'm getting up. And this is the 5-second rule. It's this simple. Count down from 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. That's it. What happens when you do that is when you say, oh, I should get out of bed, I want to get out of bed, but I kind of want to stay in bed, and you start to have all this mind chatter and you're going back and forth, should I, shouldn't I? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 shuts that down. It shuts down that part of your brain. It helps keep you focused. Okay, this is what I need to do. I'm going to go and do it. So it helps you in that way. It also puts a deadline on it. You have 5 seconds to get yourself out of this bed. You always want to count 5 to 1, not 1 to 5, because what would happen then? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? You hesitate. So that's your bonus tip. When you find yourself hesitating, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. So hopefully this is helpful. This is part of the content that we learn in Mompreneur Life Made Simple. I teach how to create morning routines, how to stick with them, how to make them meaningful, how to make them really make your day. And that is part of what we do. And so Mompreneur Life Made Simple is my 3-month group coaching program. It starts July 19th. So we are about a week away. I would love for you to join us. We have a couple spots left. We keep the groups pretty small, and that's on purpose because it is group coaching, and I want you to get all of the individualized attention that you can to really help you thrive in this program. And it helps you to implement all of these strategies that we've been talking about this week. So join me next week. We'll have more lives, more great content. One more thing I should add, I do still have a scholarship position open. So if money is what's holding you back, don't let it. Hop on the phone with me for a conversation. Let's see if this is a good fit. I will talk to you guys later. Have a great rest of your day. We'll see ya. Bye.